But I don't want to stop there, because there is even more. Now, if you look at verse 11, this is a prophecy that is pointed to the nation of Israel. But like I said today, I want to try to look at it on a different level, and that is on a personal level. Because each and every one of us can look at our life and see a valley of bones. And each and every one of us can look at our life and we can see that the longer we live, the larger the valley is. And it's a valley of bones. And as you look at your life, and I think about my 93-year-old mother, and at times that I go talk to her, many times all she does is talk about the valley of bones. But you see, that's her life. Her mother and father dead way back in the valley of bones, dry. Her siblings, the valley of bones. Her husband, the valley of bones. Her uncles, her aunts, her cousins. She has outlived everyone in her generation. Everyone. And so when she looks at her life, all she sees is the valley of bones. And if you live long enough, that's what you'll see. And so the question that God posed to Ezekiel, we want to pose to God. Because the longer you live and the more that you look at your life, the more personal it gets. And here's the question. It's the question that all of us really want answered. God, can these bones live? Can these bones live? And that is the question you want answered. That is the question I want answered. That is the question of why you are here today. And you need to understand that God answers with an emphatic yes. These bones can live. And as it says in verse 12, He will bring you out of the grave. And as it says in verse 14, He will put His Spirit within you. And yes, these bones will live. And they will live eternally. And they will live everlastingly. That's what He was trying to say in John 10:10. I have come that you might have life, and that you might have it more abundantly, and you might have it eternally. And as another prophet and poet wrote, as he looked on his version of the valley of bones, he said, yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil. For Thou art with me. Thy rod and Thy staff, they comfort me. Thou preparest a table before me in the presence of mine enemies. Thou anointest my head with oil. My cup runneth over. Surely goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life. And I shall dwell in the house of the Lord forever. And I shall dwell in the house of the Lord forever. Forever. Can these bones live? Can your bones live? Yes, they can, and they shall, and they will, if you know God.